Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Roxy. Huge thanks to Roxy and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Roxy reached out asking for help for her poor husband, who's been getting crushed by Roxy for the past few months. And as a loving and supportive wife, she requested that I help her husband with a list he's been working on, a Shadowborn Apostles deck. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Shadowborn Apostles is a 1-mana 1/1 human cleric. A deck can run any number of cards named Shadowborn Apostle. Additionally, we may pay 1 black and sacrifice 6 Shadowborn Apostles to search our library for a demon card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. So we know we want black in our color identity, 20 to 25 Shadowborn Apostles, lots of card advantage, and maybe some ways to recur all of our sacrificed Shadowborn Apostles, as well as some of the biggest, scariest demons in the history of Magic. But we still need a commander, and after looking over my options, I settled on Tabarak's Hope's Demise. Tabarak's Hope's Demise is a 3-mana 2/2 legendary demon cleric with flying. So long as he has 5 or more +1/+1 counters, Tabarak's has lifelink as well. Whenever another non-token creature we control dies, we put a +1/+1 counter on Tabarak's. If that creature was a cleric, we may draw a card, but we do lose 1 life. Having potential life gain in the command zone is amazing in a mono-black deck. There are so many effects in black that cost us life that there used to be a popular archetype called Suicide Black. One of the best opening hands I ever had in Magic was Swamp, Dark Ritual, Priest-Gex, 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 Skittering Scourge, Duress, but that was well over 20 years ago. Modern players would be more familiar with the archetype Death's Shadow. Basically, the principle of both decks is that it doesn't matter if I deal 15 damage to myself, so long as I deal 20 to my opponent. So we have our commander and our theme, but before we get to our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Bojuka Bog, 29 swamps. A little light, I know, but the curve of this deck is very low, so it's fine. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Dark Ritual, Pitiless Plunderer, Cryptghast, Wayfarer's Bauble, Solemn Simulacrum, Black Market, Burnished Heart, Mindstone, and Felwar Stone help us cast our spells faster. Grim Haruspex, Ad Nauseam, Sign in Blood, Diabolic Intent, Victimize, Night's Whisper, Read the Bones, and Phyrexian Arena serve as our standard card advantage package. To get our sacrificed apostles back, we're running Thrilling Encore, Echoing Return, Patriarch's Bidding, Living Death, and Reanimate, though Reanimate will probably be targeting big scary demons. Speaking of big scary demons, we've got Varragoth Bloodsky Sire to serve as a repeatable tutor, Infernal Sovereign, Runescar Demon, Villis Broker of Blood, and the on-theme enchantment Liliana's Contract. Overwhelming Remorse, Feed the Swarm, Overseer of the Damned, Infernal Grasp, Defile, Tragic Slip, Doomblade, and Hero's Downfall make up our spot removal package. Archfiend of Depravity, and Toxic Deluge, keeping it simple this time. Shadowbright Priest works very well in this deck, giving us an alternative if we can't find the 6th Shadowborn Apostle. Obnixilis Unshackled, Archfiend of Despair, Rotlung Reanimator, Sower of Discord, and Demon of Death's Gate all serve a single purpose: killing our opponents. Drivnod Carnage Dominus means that when we do sacrifice our Shadowborn Apostles, we fetch 2 demons instead of 1. Finally, 22 Shadowborn Apostles. I wanted to run more, but was already skimping out on a lot of other pieces, so I figured this many should work. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 42 mana sources split between 30 lands and 12 pieces of ramp. Very light, but we have a cheap commander and a very low curve. 19 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 8 pieces of spot removal. 2 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog. 3 Sudden I Win cards in Patriarch's Bidding, Thrilling Encore, and Living Death. Demons are some of the biggest, scariest creatures in Magic. Most of the ones in this deck are capable of winning the game pretty quickly. Archfiend of Despair, Vilis Broker of Blood, and Sower of Discord all help to winnow our opponent's life totals and ensure our victory. I had a lot of fun building this deck, and I hope Roxy's husband is finally able to hold his own against her. But not too much. Do you have a Shadowborn Apostles deck? Who's your commander? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Phoenix of Ice, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, OT, Richard, Pop Zombie, Mark, and Danny. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.